Alright, time to make a new fruit fly culture. These are about 10 bucks at the local Petco store. So instead of buying more, I'm just going to breed them in these little jars, and I'll never have to buy them again, which is great for my bettas and my fish, and also for your little reptiles, frogs, etc. Let's get down to business. So you're going to need a banana, instant oatmeal. You can also use instant potatoes and stuff like that. Apple cider vinegar, a little bit of fresh water, not chlorinated city crap, but actually legit water. Your fruit flies, an area for them to crawl on and live on. You can use these little coffee filters. Me, I like to use these antimicrobial kitchen mats that you can find in the kitchen section of your local grocery store, typically for very cheap. Usually I'll fold them up or whatever and stick them in the goo, and they'll live on that. A little bit of yeast. Yeah, let's get started. Alright, so first things first, I'm going to throw our oatmeal in here. Like I said before, you can also use instant potatoes or whatever, but I just have this around. It's cheap, it's worked for me in the past. So I'm going to do that. An old banana, the older ones are better because I think they typically are higher in sugar and all that good stuff for the fruit flies. Throw that in there. A little splash of apple cider vinegar. You don't have to mix it perfectly, who really cares? A little bit of water. A little bit of yeast. I'm sure that's way too much yeast, but I never measure it. I use this for nothing else, so who cares? Okay, and then you'll mix it together and I'll come back to you in just a second. Okay, I've got my little paste in my jars ready to go. Got my surface area living thing for them here. And I'll stick it in both jars like so. I'm gonna give them plenty of living space and all that, so I'll do both jars. Okay, both jars are ready. Now I'm gonna stick the fruit flies in the fridge for about a minute just to cool them off so they slow down and they're not running around all crazy when I move them from here to here. Okay, so I've cooled these guys off. The trick is they always go upwards, so let them climb upwards real quick. You see that? While they're kind of doing all that, quickly do this. Shake these little suckers in here. Now some are going to get out. It's not a big deal. Make sure I got plenty in there. Now put your top on quickly, which I'm not doing. Top is on securely. Cool. There's a couple fruit flies, as you can see. That escape, no big deal, they'll die off quickly. They don't fly, they don't do anything, they're not going to hurt anything, so I'm not too worried about it. So what I will do is cut all this off, and I'll do the other one just the same. Okay, I got these guys in their jar. Have it double banded. I have my little paper towel on top and they're good to go. They'll breed like crazy, so in a week or so I'll check on them and possibly start some more bigger cultures in a bigger jar. Okay, today is December 25th, aka Christmas evening. So about a week or two I'll update you on them and we'll see how it's going. $25. Cool. Alright, it's a few weeks later on January 14th, 2017. And now I've probably got hundreds of fruit flies So I'm going to transfer them to a bigger container and have a massive colony. Okay, about 3 weeks later, now I'm going to move my smaller colonies, which are getting a little crowded. As you can see, look at all those guys. Man, I have to move them into this massive, about a gallon sized jar. I've made 2 little pillars here out of the duck liner, drawer liner you can buy in the kitchen sections at most stores. So I'm going to throw these in the fridge for about 30 seconds to cool them off. Then I'm going to transfer them to here and put the top on real quick. Okay, they've been slowed down in the fridge for about a minute. The best way to get them to go to the other side is do this, because they move upwards. You see them going up the glass. So I'll give that about a few seconds, and I'll transfer them over to the big container. Alright, it's January 14th, 3 weeks after the first colony. I've expanded them to the new colony. Pretty cool looking. It's about a gallon. I have a couple of little twin pillars in here that are like buildings for them to crawl on and live on and all that stuff with the drawer liner. You can see I've got at least 100 or so in here now. Most of them are at the top, crawling around everywhere on top of the pillars. It's going to look like a small little mini city. So it's January the 14th today. I'll update this in a couple weeks on the progress, but I think this is going to be a really good colony here, and I may even expand it to a bigger one. We'll see how they look. January 21st, about a week later from moving into the new container. Look at all the larvae coming in. Just everywhere. Pretty soon there'll be fruit flies. But yeah, they're growing in nicely. So I'll give them another week and I'll give you an update. Pretty cool. Quick update on the fruit fly colony. It's about 2 weeks since I started the much bigger, massive container with little towers in it. So we have larvae still coming in. Just a ton of fruit flies. It's gonna be a feast for my aquariums. Anyways, thanks for watching. Alright, a little over 2 weeks after I started this massive fruit fly colony in this big jar here with these 2 towers. Came out pretty cool. They're just everywhere. There's got to be hundreds in here. Just a huge colony, and they're in these little cylinder things like big buildings. Pretty cool. Came out nice though. Plenty of food for the fish and everything else now. High protein snack.